Getting software into Iran is, well, just about as hard as it sounds like it might be. There are, of course, trade restrictions and export problems. There are bureaucratic barriers, lots of those, and there are sets of mistrusts. And then, of course, there are security problems. Look no farther than what happened with Haystack just last year. However, now one of the world's largest software companies is trying to step back into Iran. We're joined by Skype now from London, England, by Scott Rubin. Mr. Rubin is the head of public policy and communications strategy with Google. Mr. Rubin, thanks for the time, and tell us, what is Google doing in Iran now?
Well, thanks for having me. As of tomorrow, the citizens of Iran will be able to download 3 Google products. Google Chrome, which is our browser, Picasa, which is our photo sharing software, and Google Earth, which provides users a 3D way to scan the world, and users can add their own layers to Earth to create their own versions of what they want to share with people about the world in which they live.
Now, why is it that these products haven't been available in Iran? I mean, pretty much, you can get Google Chrome or Picasa or whatnot. It seems like just about anywhere on the planet. Haven't they been available in Iran?
No, Iran is one of 4 countries sanctioned by the U.S. government. And since President Reagan in 1987, when the first sanctions on Iran were imposed, there have been a series of economic sanctions that have prohibited trade and exchange of products and services between the U.S. citizens, government, companies, and Iran. So a year ago, we were granted a license, a general license, to allow the download of communications software, and these are products that allow communication between individuals, as well as a special license for Google Earth.
So why are you stepping back into Iran? What is the ultimate benefit going to be for the millions and millions of people who are online in that country?
Well, as you say, there are millions and millions of people, and one of our core missions at Google is to provide access to information around the world. And for all this time, this particular way to share information has not been available to the people of Iran. So we're very, very excited to allow them to share their photos, to see what the world is like around them, and also to use Chrome, our very secure browser, to connect to the internet.
Are the audiences that download and use these products, users in Iran, are they still going to be subject to all the same sort of blocks and gates that they have to go through these days with other products, or is there perhaps something a little bit different about the Google products that you're now unveiling in Iran?
Well, we will continue to comply, of course, with U.S. Export law and the conditions of the license that we've been granted. And the only restriction that we are imposing, and this again is per the license we've been granted, is that we will block the IP addresses of any Iranian government agency.
Scott, is this the first, perhaps, of another or growing set of products that Google wants to unveil or bring to Iran?
Well, we have no specific plans to announce any other products or make them available in Iran. But if we go back to the broader mission of providing the world with access to information, of course, we'd love to see all people have the ability to get on the internet and share. If you think about what happened after the elections in Iran in 2009, when foreign journalists were expelled or their licenses were revoked to practice journalism, and the people of Iran used tools like YouTube and Twitter to share what was happening, this is just one more step towards opening up the world, even in countries where information is restricted.
Well, exactly so. And just following up, of course, some of those services are still blocked in Iran, Facebook and Twitter and the like, or although they kind of come and go at the whim of the Iranian government. I'm wondering if Google will also give your Iranian users access to products like, chat or Gmail, using proxy servers or VPNs for, added layer of security and privacy.
Well, Gmail has been blocked in Iran by the Iranian government since February of last year. It, like many other services like Google Search, are available to anybody who has access to the internet. And so we have no localized services in Iran at all. We're talking now about downloads of software to personal computers. And we have no plans at the moment to provide any other downloads. Our license would allow us to provide a tool like Google Talk, which is our instant messaging product with video chat and others. But we were not convinced that we would be able to provide the kind of security for the citizens of Iran that we were comfortable with. It's a balancing act between providing access to information, but doing it in a way that people don't compromise their own safety.
Oh, sure. We've seen that again and again. You know, Scott, in the end, I guess I'm just wondering, what is it that you're hoping these products will give online users in Iran? I know that Google has had its battles, some very public battles, for example, with the government of China and some other places as well, where you feel that you have been, or users have been restricted. What are you wanting to see happen here in Iran?
It's very simple. We want the people of Iran to be able to have the same access to information as the citizens of most other countries in the world. We think that this step of allowing the downloads of Chrome, Picasa, and Google Earth is a great step in that process.
Can't let you go before we find out, how would people get these products if they're in Iran? Is there a website that they go to?
Yeah, well, because the people of Iran actually do have access to the internet, all they need to do is search in a browser for the name of any of these products. They can also they can go to any browser, go to Google Search and type in Google Earth, or look at the top of the browser and there's a menu for all of Google products. Before, when they clicked on, say, Google Earth, they weren't able to download it. Now when they do, it'll take them to a page that allows them to download Google Earth, Picasa, and Chrome.
Well, Scott Rubin, Head of Public Policy and Communications Strategy at Google, thank you very much for the time. We'll track your progress.
Thanks for having me.